podcast, man. Listen, man, we back again. We back and we living, man. How you?
Day, the people's choice.
Yes,
You
sir.
feel saying the fans been talking to us. They've been letting us know what they want us to talk about. So, what I'm saying? We're gonna get into that today. But how you D?
Man, I'm cool, man. Nice, cool Saturday morning. How you feeling today, man?
Feeling you see my vibe, I switched it up. I'm
Hey,
outside
look,
today.
I'm at outside, man. Hold up, man. You
Right.
making me want to go in my balcony with. I would have gave you out a palm trees. You did.
Should have went to the pool, did it by the sunset, make it think you in the villa. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
man. So let's talk about the first thing. A lot of people want to talk about this Dr. Dre situation. We personally was talking about this shit like in the group chats, even like on the social medias and shit. Bro, this a 38-year-old woman, his daughter, of course,
Mm.
and she's putting him on blast because he's not helping her financially and he cut her off after 16 months or so, 16 months ago, whatever. He cut her off
Yeah,
from
been cut off for the past 16 months.
Yeah, from an allowance. A 38-year-old woman, or at that time she was what, like 36, 37, was on an
Yeah.
allowance. And now she getting mad at her father for taking her off that allowance. How you feel about that?
I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I always think about like how you got to a certain point, right? I've seen everybody's response has been like, no matter what, like y'all just disregarding the fact that like I'm not about to leave my child homeless. It's like you're right in a sense, like yeah, like that's your child. You don't want them to be in a position where they down bad, obviously. But like, how did she get down bad? If I've been giving you an allowance up until you were 36 years old, and I'm a billionaire and you haven't like learned anything from me or how to like expand upon your money, then you got to begin to reevaluate. Well, all right, as a parent, am I helping my child by still continuing to just give them money and her not learning how to
Yeah,
manage it?
and I was gonna say, like, even if you blame him as a parent, it's just like so much you can do because you can lead the camel to the water, but they don't drink it. Like, hey, you just gonna be thirsty. You feel me? Like in that case,
Bogey, man,
oh,
that's a
wow,
I
you
like
read my mind. I was going, and this
I
and this,
like good.
huh?
I like all right there. Then my man said, "Camel to the water, water don't walk." All
Eh,
right.
no, but G shit, you a grown ass woman,
Mm-hmm.
and as a parent, like yeah, maybe he could have get. We don't know. He probably tried to give opinions, but people just don't listen at times. You know what I'm saying? So even if he tried to get not opinion but an advice, she might not listen. It's just crazy to me that you go on social media and bash your father, and something had to happen because it was like she tried to reach out.
I'm pretty sure it's deeper than like everything that's on the servers right now. And this
Yeah,
this is what I'll say that like Dr. Dre has failed as a parent though, as far as like the fact that she's not prepared to survive out in the world. You know what I mean? The fact that she's
you
still
should.
relying on you at 38, you apparently haven't taught her how to survive or what to do with the money. Because if so, you know what I'm saying, I'm pretty sure she would have handled it better. That's what I do agree with. But then it's like as a person, like we are both adults, you know what I'm saying? You gotta want something for yourself. Like at the end of the day,
And I feel like that's a issue with our generation. Nobody wants shit for themselves. Like they always want something handed out. Like they don't feel no. A lot of people, I feel like if you don't see no issue with that 38-year-old woman blaming her father for not giving her money, I just feel like you too complacent with life. Cause like if you don't want to go get it on your own and like just have the
you
pride, you know what I'm saying?
not like to piggyback what you're saying,
Yeah.
like it's not like you didn't have support in the beginning. Like you were getting an allowance. You know what I mean? So go ahead.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're getting that allowance. You had the opportunity. You're just not trying to get it for yourself. Like it's just the pride alone already satisfies me that I can do it by myself. So like I don't know. I feel like a weaker person or a weaker individual if I gotta keep asking somebody to help out and I can't fend for myself. And I can't blame the parent at times because a parent can try to do everything to teach you that shit, right? You just don't want to listen because you just too complacent. I feel like the best experience is life. If you ever want to grow, you have to go through life on your own to develop and just become a better person. Like that's
And
how I look at it. Go ahead.
I agree with that because I've learned just I've never had the support of
Rogie!
wow. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
let's get to it. Hold on. I gotta wake myself up this morning,
What you got there? What you sipping on?
It's early, so I'm sipping on some wine, man. Some Colorossi, whatever it is.
But
Wow.
nah, bro, I just feel that, me being able to me being forced to be on my own has made me, basically understand life from a different perspective. Like the things that most people won't be able to handle or be able to adapt to, I've had no option. You know what I mean? And it's like when you've been given an opportunity to be supported, because I've seen people say we see these white families at times, and like they'll have this spoiled kid all the way up until like 50 and 60. And it's like, yeah, there is situations like that where, yeah, like, parents is not gonna let their child go. Like they're just gonna always make sure they're good. But then like your job as a parent, in my opinion, is to not live for your child. Your job is to prepare them to live for themselves.
Correct.
So constantly relying on you year after year after year, the older that they get, then you're not doing your job because like life is hard. You know what I'm saying? And the best way to I guess learn how to deal with it is to go through it. You know what I'm saying? Because
You
like you said,
should.
there's no correct way. There's no one specified route or anything like that. Everybody goes through their own struggles. Everybody has their own experience. A rich person, her experiences, her struggles, you know, yeah, they may not be the same as like from a standpoint of like a impoverished, but a struggle is a struggle. Like life is hard no matter what,
I'm
and
just
you got to be able. You know what I'm
what?
saying? You just got to be for yourself because you all you got.
No, because I was gonna say, like, I'm not gonna lie, this is a prime example of like this is literally the when somebody say my daughter don't need nothing, like, because I'm always fend for that. That's like the fucking definition of that right there. Because she ain't relying on nothing else but her father. So like, and I feel like so that, and this leads me to this question. And right now we're not parents, so we can't accurately like kind of say this because we don't know that feeling of being a parent or feeling that attachment of having a child. But when do you feel like it's a good cutoff time? Because like me, for my son, like 18 is when I'm cutting you off on like the major shit, like me supplying you with major shit. Like once you become like 18, you a man. I feel like I'm gonna help.
Let you finish going. My bad.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say me personally. Once we become 18 for a male, I want to help you with the major things, but all that minor shit, if you want it, like the shoes, the clothes, like you want that, you gotta go work for that. But the major shit, like helping you get a car, helping you with like if you got repairs or something, like yeah, like as a parent, I'm gonna make sure you good on your feet until you get older. When you're 21, when you start to be of age where you're having a full time job, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still let you get your kid adolescent years out, but as an adult, I'm not gonna help. As a I would say woman, I'll be more lenient, of course, but
Mm-hmm.
my cutoff time, like, as I feel like you're a grown woman and you're eligible to get a full time job, as time come, I'm going to start, taking things away. Like, not taking things away, but taking my resources away. And just letting you, again, live life because I don't think you'll ever grow if I don't let you go through challenges and help allow you to actually think and solve these issues. Because if I do everything for you, you're gonna be accustomed to me just doing all that.
Rogie,
Oh,
man, giving that gym. Every time I hear gym, we gonna roll you. Boom. I about to say we're drunk as hell because we give gyms all day, so we can't do that.
hmm for sure. Yeah, but how you
Okay,
feel about that? Like, what's the cutoff age for you?
okay. So like, so how you said with a son? So for example, if my son was to go to college at 18, right? What I should be doing within the process of like while they're in school, from obviously I should be teaching him how to manage money. So what I would do is, you know what I'm saying, I won't necessarily cut him off at 18, but I'm gonna give him a certain amount of money. So for example, right, I may give him $1,500 a month. That may go towards, maybe that's a lot. That's a lot for your child, actually. I may give him like just say 8 to 1,000. Just say 8 for a month though. You know what I'm saying? That's actually no 1,500 because a month is a long time. 1,500 a month. So boom, you get 1,500 a month, and you know you're still allowed to work because I still want to help you. Like you're my child. But the thing is,
I ain't gonna lie to you. 1,500 for a college student, yeah. And
boom,
freshman year, and you give me 1,500 every month, slim. I don't know, cause you gotta think you 18. I'm getting like a band a month. Am I really gonna appreciate that shit though?
but listen, I should have been preparing you from the time you were from kindergarten to high school. I should be preparing you on knowing that yes, you got $1,500, but you don't need to blow $1,500 because you got $1,500. You feel me? Use your money to make more money for
Oh,
you.
but you ain't. But all right, so you in college, you around a whole bunch of GP. Sorry.
Oh, so let me finish.
Go ahead, go ahead. My bad. Cause
So basically,
once you say the money, that get me. But go ahead.
but now basically the point of what I'm saying is like if you want shoes or things of that nature, learn how to budget your money because when you get a job, you're gonna get like bi-weekly. So I'm trying to prepare you for like the real world. Like you're gonna get paid bi-weekly. So you know what I'm saying? Within that $1,500, don't ask me for anything additional. You know what I'm saying? If you blow
Respect.
it, ask me for anything. You got your money for the month. You gotta learn how to maximize and stretch that for that whole month in order to survive. And that's what I'm teaching you because if you blow it, like you said, he a college student, right? If he want to be a college student and blow that 1,500, you have to find a way to make some money for the rest of the month.
See, I don't know, cause I'm giving you 500, 600, right? This is the
But
only reason.
how you gonna give him 500, 600 for the month? Be realistic though. That's what I'm
All
saying.
right,
Be
G shit. I know. I'm gonna be real so realistic. Freshman year, if you are living on campus, and you get all that meals and shit, you don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about you being fed. You having a place to sleep. So $500, $600 is literally besides the books and shit, because we already gonna get that shit straightened out. All the
yeah.
school materials, all that shit is straightened out already. $500, $600 is all for your luxury at this point. If I give you 500, $600 in college, you gotta learn that motherfucking like spend with that amount. So when you get more amount, you so used to you programmed already to know all right the necessities you got. All that extra shit is just like all right, that's cool, but I already know what I can do with this amount. I give you me how I'm looking at it. I give you 1,500, right? You
Mm-hmm.
gonna have so much money that you gonna wanna go party. Let's be real. You gonna wanna go party. You gonna wanna spend that. You gonna go want to buy some drinks. You gonna wanna go buy all this other shit. You might broke because you just got that much money, and then
But
you might.
this is the thing though, food. Like that's like you giving 15. Obviously, if you are somebody who I'm talking about the preparation prior. If
Respect.
he never looked seen money before, like you feel me? Obviously, $1,500 gonna feel like a lot of money. But I guarantee you, the way I'm, looking to raise my son, he gonna know what $1,500 look like prior. He gonna know
Respect.
it's not real money, and
Respect, Big Bang Hank. Respect.
you know what I'm saying? Nah, real
Yeah,
deal.
15. Basically, you said 15 is gonna be his toilet. What's that? That toilet paper money right there. You know, he wipe his ass with it. You did.
Real for real, 31 days and $1,500 for like you said. If they got meal plan, things like that, you gotta think this is 30 days out the month. And the thing is, whatever he may need, say he do want to go to a concert, things of that nature, or he want to live. I want my child to enjoy life like how
Oh,
I
for
used to.
sure, for sure.
I realized them refund checks we used to get on God for. I used to have a ball. You hear me? Real
Hey,
GP.
hey, refund come? Oh my lord! I'm telling you, everything brand new. I don't even care for it. You hear me?
Because like, don't get me wrong. I think your child should enjoy experiences.
Rogie, real fast. Hold up, cause
Uh,
you bought it back with the refund check. I ain't gonna lie to you, cause hey, I used to have a ball off them checks, boy.
what you
But, hold on. There we go. Wow.
say?
Good old wine. No,
But
but
yeah, now I had the same rule for my daughter, like the same rule, because she gonna know how to make money too. You know what I'm saying? Because we talked about it before. The difference between just black people, honestly, black families compared to other families is that the preparation of like finances, like learning what the value in money early. You hear me? Because if you don't understand the value of money early, that's why when you get $1,500 in college, you blow it like a maniac. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I
G
got
shit.
go ahead.
No, I was about to say I just seen people get refund checks and like they spent it all in one day.
Hit all that
And
day.
and like and for people who don't know what the refund checks is, like all right, so when you go to school and you get like let's say some scholarships and you already paid off all your debt or whatever you owe the school, any additional money, you get that as a refund. So all the scholarship money or like even financial aid, whatever the case may be, that should get kicked back to you, right? Now, it's a time when you just like know when because everybody get their little refund check at the same time. So if you got a direct deposit, you cool. But if you get in the paper mail, you gonna see a long ass line at the mail center. Everybody waiting for that shit. Now I know niggas can get like you can get like 2 bands, 3 bands. I think the most I probably got was about I think 3 or 4 bands. And
Now
like
you imagine if you're on scholarship, right? Like, because basically the refund check is just money just past the tuition, basically. Like money that after your tuition
yeah,
paid, what else is given to you, you get back. So basically, like I knew some people who got endless scholarships, they getting 7, 8 bands back, like no
see,
cap.
I finessed it where I had a full ride like after sophomore year, but I only had I was mad because I'm like I was being lazy. I should have did more scholarships, right? But after I got the full ride, I was like, fuck that shit. Cause I get like 2 or 3 bands back. Plus I had the RA job, so that meant I already paid for my housing, and I get
Right.
800. So I was getting a little bit more money. I was like, man, if I would have just did like how you said more scholarships, would have been nuts. But nah, but that I ain't gonna lie to you. Though. I just see niggas blow about 2, 3 bands all in one go, and that goes back to the point where if you're not used to this amount of money because they wasn't at that point, you just gonna blow it all. And it is important to teach your kids like the financial responsibility. But what age do you think like that should be instilled?
Okay, so like I ain't gonna lie, I think you should teach your kids about money from the day that they understand oh, this is a dollar, you know what I'm saying? Like you pay for this, like this is a dollar, you know what I'm saying? This is $5, this is $10, you know what I'm saying? From like 5 years old. Cause I was teaching kindergarten in real life, like they understood like the dollar amount. They might not have understood math, but they understood the value of money. They might not understand how much to get back, you know what I'm saying? But they know like if this is $4, I'll give you $5, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool. Bam, you teach them what money is early and like you allow them to see the how it can be accumulated. Because our last episode we was talking to Wayne, Wayne was, somebody who was
Hey,
self
shout out to Wayne for the interview as well, man. Good man, good man.
$10,000 because he said he always had a hustler's mindset. And like that's not something that just everybody has. Like I'm not gonna lie, like everybody is not a hustler. Some people are born with it. Sometimes it has to be developed.
Everybody born, I mean, not everybody, but some people born workers.
Yeah,
I'd be
but
okay
this
with.
is the thing. Even if you a worker though, if you understand the value of money at a good age, you gonna understand how to maximize on you being a worker.
For
Because you
sure.
gonna understand like, okay, if I'm working this amount and the money is not equaling the amount of hours that I'm working, I'm getting overworked. You know what I'm saying? You begin then to learn your value as a person. Because most of the times, the reason why people will take a job that is like, you feel me, beneath, like the pay that they deserving, is because they don't even understand that they getting worked. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't even grasp the concept that like, yo, like, dang, I'm working 70 plus hours a week and I'm getting a little bit extra money, but it's still not the amount of money for the work
See,
that I put.
but I think even with the high school and college, they should instill some programs because even in college, right, you paying all this money, they won't really have necessarily some classes that'll teach you about how to manage your money with certain people, especially like let's say you're an engineer. And my personally myself, you don't have this financial lessons, right? You about to go into a big career field, job field, whatever the case is. You don't know how to negotiate no content, no salaries and shit like that. I feel like that need to be instilled early. Just how you said, how just like with children, they need to be instilled at 5 years old. Cause listen, my nephew, he young, he like 8 right now, right? He know how to ask me about Roblox. He know the price for it. Like, oh, Uncle D, I need $10 or I need $20 so I can get X amount. He damn sure know how about ask me about McDonald's because that boy asks me about Happy Meals all the time. and know the exact pricing too. So it ain't like you gonna play with them. So just they can understand what they like and how much the pricing is that for that.
They
Definitely
also
should. Yeah, they so smart this age. Like this generation is so smart. So let's teach them about money early. But going back to like the college and high school, if we about to go into these career fields, the thing that we gotta understand is helping us learn how to like negotiate our contracts and our salaries or whatever the case is, because we would just like how you just stated, we'll always keep getting finessed because we don't understand our worth. We just so happy to just get accepted and get that like, oh, I got a job, but we don't understand. Oh, damn, our worth is more. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going through corporate and like, mind you, like I'm not even gonna lie, we just sitting there and talking about like the salaries and the raises. One of the dudes working longer than myself, just like, damn, I'm getting finessed right now. What the world is going on? So just got we gotta learn about that type of stuff for
so
sure.
like, and this is the thing, like we not parents, so we don't have kids, so like we just want to clarify that, like we not trying to judge anybody
Yeah,
as like how to parent or how you should go about what you're doing, but just based on what we've observed, it's just like we understand that like the molding process of like a child begins early. Like you know what I mean? Like we just saying you got to build a foundation early because yeah, they may eventually make the decision on their own or whatever they decide to do, but they have the foundation. Like it's been instilled in them. You know what I'm saying?
God,
And like that's how you because for some people, it's really different, because I know I'm one of the people like I ain't never really had money. So because I ain't never really had money, I save money. But then I know some people who never really had money who blow it because they never really had money.
and
So
I
like,
can't get mad at those people at times, cause just like you said, they never had it. Cause I asked my man, it's like, fool, you got this amount of money. Like, why you keep trying to be flashy? Why you keep trying to buy all this extra stuff? And the response is like, oh, wow. If you go to, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't think the wine get to you. The wine get to you fast, man.
wine jolly, I got a little bitter jump. I ain't gonna a little bitter jump.
This the little Carlo Rossi, whatever it is, man. Listen, shout out to them because they do the job every time. I ain't gonna lie to you. But nah, listen though, I ain't gonna hold you. G shit like back to the point where people who say they had enough and they just start spending. I asked my man like, man, why you been so flashy? I'm proud of you, but I don't want to be flashy.
Right.
So my friends gonna be watching. When he explained it, like, bro, I ain't never had shit. I want about everything that I wanted. I always sat in the back seat and watched everybody around me look sweet, get all the shit that I wanted. Now, if I'm in the driver's seat, I'm not fucking stopping. I'm not pushing the brakes for that shit. I'm getting everything that I deserve. And y'all
Right.
can't get mad at that. Cause just like at the end of the day, we got different beliefs. Just like you said, like we not in a position where we can kind of regulate what you can do or how you can like dictate your money.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't judge nobody who do that. Because just because I'm different, that doesn't make the way that you going about it or the way that I'm going about it better. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? We decide to go about our circumstances. For me, I always was in the mindset of like, because I don't have it, like I have to save it because I don't know when I'm gonna get it again. You know what I mean? I didn't want to necessarily always blow it on things that didn't have value because I knew if I blew it on something that didn't matter, like I don't get money often, so like it's not coming back frequently as it would for the next person. So I realized, like for example, when I got my first car 2015, right? I
Okay.
saved $500 each summer for my summer job checks. Every summer I just had that sitting for the rest of the year because I knew I wanted a car. Like I was like, young, I don't know when, but you know what I'm saying. I fuck with driving, so I'm trying to get a car. Like I'm not
Yeah.
trying to keep loving for a car. And
And that's the
like
and that's the worst. Keep asking your peoples for the car because it's like,
you gotta use it. You got, you know what I'm saying. You can't just go when you want. Cause
yeah, and you gotta be back at a certain time, and it's never late. You gotta be back before like 7 o'clock because your mother need the damn car.
all that stuff. So I said, you know what? I like this, and this is from ninth grade though. Like from the first time I got a summer job at 14. Like I've always been in that mindset. All right, I put 500. I used to put 100 away. We used to get 4 checks. I'll put 100 away every check. The first check though, I would have to put like 200 because I wanted five. So I would put away 200, then 100 for the rest. So then, boom. Then the next summer I would do the same thing, and then the next summer I would do the same thing. And the thing is, I would still buy stuff for myself, but I would do it at a budget. Like I shop at the thrift store. You know what I'm saying? I was getting
Hey,
shit
shout
there.
out to them thrifts, boy. Cause listen, they had you looking sweet for the low.
You feel me? You know, I always know I was like young. I know that like clothes have value, but like you don't gotta buy the most expensive shit to look sweet. Like real life niggas in DC, I will always. This is why I always respect our swag and our culture. To be honest, niggas was wearing the $40 running shoes, trapping them with the G Star cargos. You hear me in the Zara shirt. You know what I'm saying? All cheap. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we was finding a way to look sweet for less. You know, and
I'm
especially when you
saying though, fool.
money, you forced to do that.
Cause
So it's like,
I was about to say like we was blessed to be in like a I would say DC kind of so small. We all kind of in some way have similar situations where, of course, we all not no big ballers. So at this point, we realize like how you say we just looking sweet on a budget type shit. And like G shit, and then we just like originate different, not to try to like get back into it, like not to try to make it seem like I mean we are the best city, but you know what I'm saying, not to like toot our horn too much when the shit that we was doing, we been motherfucking years advanced. You feel me? And motherfuckers been. They always hate on us. But go ahead, bro. My bad.
you know what I'm saying? That's basically really what it was, bro. And I was like, that's how I learned the value of money, though, because I'm like, all right, if I can still look sweet, but also saving for what I'm actually trying to put my money toward, then boom, like for one, I'll still have money for myself, and then I'll also have money for what I'm eventually going to get in the future. And when I got my first car, I realized 2000, I got a 2005 Impala, white thing. I had two bands. My mother matched me with the five. It was 2,500. You feel me? I felt so good though because like I played, you know, the bigger role. Like this is like it was all worth it. Because I was one of the first few people I know who had a car. I ain't gonna hold you. I was
Hey,
looking. Hell yeah, when you got a car, your life changes,
hey, I
man.
swear to God, yeah. Cause like
Yeah.
my first car, my mother and my stepfather surprised me with that joint. And you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like a big oh, Mercedes, man, nah, it was a 2002 Saturn View. All right, now that J, listen, that was a green mystery machine right there. You hear me? Listen, I call it the green mystery. You never know what girl left out. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody can laugh at me talking about the soccer mom, but listen, listen, that thing did the work. All right, but no, but G shit, it can't. I feel like having those cars at the early age of G, like those cars gonna have some issues, so it's a lot of maintenance with it as well. So it kind of it teach you responsibility at a younger age, and that's the one thing that I appreciate. When you get those new cars, you're not gonna have kind of some those issues. So you're not gonna have to learn how
We
to.
start buckets. Like you feel me?
Yeah,
That go back to what it all go back to what we were saying about the preparation from a child. Like we started with buckets. Our first cars one of the best cars, but like learning how to keep the maintenance up on them and understanding the value of something that isn't very much valuable because my car was only worth $2,500, but it had value to me. This is how I'm surviving. This is how I get
I'm I'm saying though, and then the thing is, it teach you money management because you gotta always think about like, oh, I gotta put some money to the side for a rainy day because this
real quick.
motherfucker might fuck up, and I
Uh,
need to just pay for this bitch.
brakes.
Well, man, I ain't even gonna lie to you. My motherfucker car, it was like a oil leak or some shit. My car was no, I'm talking about my car. For imagine you putting up cookout little drive through little fast restaurant, whatever. We go to cookout down Greensboro for my car smoking in the drive through. Motherfucker hanging my food. She like, baby, your car smoking. I said, oh shit. Luckily, I'm right by my dorm, so I just parked the dorm. I took it to the shop. They fucked my car up more. That's 400 down the drain. Then I had to pay a band later. So it's man, but I'm telling you, that shit give you. It definitely teaches you how to keep money. But let me ask you this though, right? And I feel like we talked about this already, but I just want to iterate. If you kind of worry about money or worrying about like if you're like financially free, whatever the case is, should you feel bad asking for help? And I'm not trying to contradict from my first statement because asking for help from others and then seeking someone to cater to you is two different things. Like how Dr. Dre daughter was, she wanted somebody to like pay
Mm-hmm.
and take care of her.
Different thing.
Correct, but if you like asking for help, is that something bad? Because to me, it's not bad if you ask for help as for opportunity, and you're not gonna blow that opportunity. As far as like, I ask you for help, you provide me a job opportunity, and like I bullshit it, and I don't even follow through with it. Like if I'm going through and I'm being persistent, I'm making you look good, and I feel like there's nothing wrong with some shit like that. How do you feel about it?
So like for me, I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of personal for me because like when I was younger, I used to ask like I used to ask for help a lot, and I would always be told I would get certain things when I would ask, and I would never get them. So like it would always be discouraging like every time I would ask for something because it's like am I gonna get it? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making them mad by even asking. Because we weren't in the best situation, and it formulated me to have the mindset that I don't need to ask. Like anything I want, I have to do on my own because I don't want to be a burden to anybody. And like I always feel like I'm a burden because you know it it was coming from the people closest to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it was some of my closest family members and friends who I would rely on and would always let me down. And what I eventually formulated myself into doing is I became a dependable person. Like I don't ask for help, but you can ask me for anything because I hated feeling like the way that I felt. You
Correct.
know, it's been so many times where I've just like wanted, and man, like I remember I would get my hopes up, and I'd be so excited, and just to be let down like that was like it really is life changing. Like it make you just you scared. I'm just scared to ask for help
And
because
not good.
you know what I'm saying. I'll just be nervous because I'm so like the no is the only thing that's on my mind. Like, and I feel like like you gonna hold this against me because like I don't know. It's just I'm just so nervous when it comes to that. Just due to my experiences, though, it's made me this way.
I'm not gonna lie, like I definitely understand because me personally, like I will have even like family members where you reach out and they don't, just like you said, you feel like a burden because they're not responding back, or it's
Yeah,
like something like a not like a negative comment, but more so something you're not expecting or whatever the case is. It's just like, you know what, that kind of trained me as well. Like I want to be the person they go to, and then I can regulate shit, and I can just be able to show love, like the same love that I wanted to reciprocate to people.
right.
I want to be able to just dish that out there, at least show you how you lead the love, how you lead with love, or how you can help somebody who really need the opportunity, stuff like that. So I
Right.
will say that experience did help me become more dependent, but some lessons I feel like you don't need to learn on your own. You know, if you do have that help,
Telling you,
like
I much, bro.
some lessons is just like if you can help somebody else out and not let them go through it, it will help them so much better, help them become a better person, and help them not even like go through like the mental stress or like anything that they got to go through. Because a lot of the shit can be preventable. It's just you not having the people that you think are the right ideal people to help you through that situation. They just don't. That's like I'm not gonna say selfish, but at that moment they just incapable of helping you, and it just hurt at the end. Not saying it makes you a worse person or or whatever the case is, but it could just stop. It can kind of stop for like a long time period if you stressing or going through shit or whatever the case is. You can grow at a faster rate and be able to help other people. And that's what another thing that people don't understand. Whenever you're helping someone, you're also helping like hundreds of other people because you
Right.
never know when your advice can help affect and change that person's life, or they can dish off and get that same advice to somebody, and that can change their life. Like you never know, whatever you say, any positive thing, any motivational thing, can change an entire fucking like empire, an entire tribe.
Oh my goodness, man. Come on, man. That was Like he was telling y'all the truth. Like that's why we do what we do. Because like for real, honestly, we don't want people to have to deal with the things that we had to go through. Like that feeling, that void of not wanting to ask people for help and not feeling like you can rely on anybody, it puts you in a dark place. You know what I'm saying? You go through life and you feel alone. Like you consider yourself a loner. You know what I'm saying? I was always able to make friends and I was cool, but I was a loner in my head because it's like all I got is me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I got friends and stuff. And the people who I did meet and who I did build a relationship with, I can depend on. But it was like people who I was expecting that same kind of attitude from. Just to be let down is just like, man, I ain't fucking with niggas. Like,
Yeah,
I ain't people like, you know what I'm saying? Cause like you got feelings too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas like real life. I got feelings too. That shit hurt when you realize that you can rely on a person and they let you down. And that's why I make it a priority though. And sometimes I realize too, for anybody who like me, you overexert yourself to make sure that people are satisfied or they feel they feel good about themselves due to what we experience. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And I'm trying to learn to find the balance now, you know what I mean? Because you 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 need help. Like you legit need help. Nobody
right,
has it on. Like you can have like primarily like you being the driving force, but you need somebody to help you. Come on, carry the shoulders with you. You
right.
human.
And then play devil's advocate, I would say to how both we feel because I feel the exact same way. However, can you say our issue is that we set high expectations for people? Because at
Yeah,
times, like, yeah, I'm about to say, like, you put that expectation out and you go asking for help, and it's just like, God damn, like, I'm not even just help, just advice. Just, it could be something that's very simple, just like a cool advice, or whatever the case is.
mm-hmm.
And then they act like they can't help you. Like, man, you like on a person that we had like a conversation where we asking for, and we're not gonna discuss what we asking for, but like this advice about a certain situation, a certain thing, and people are hesitant to give out help. And you just like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, I expect you to be like different from other people, but now I'm understanding and seeing how other shit has to move. So, can you say expectations is the downfall?
Yeah, and you really hit it on the head. Like it's really I hold people to the same standard that I go by. You know what I
Mm,
mean? And the
yeah,
problem, I had to really realize people aren't like me. You know, I'm not saying I'm like anything, but I'm saying as far as like how I go about making sure that niggas is straight. Like everybody ain't gonna be like that.
uh,
Everybody is not the same. You know, put in the same effort to do that like I would. You know, and that's a part of
Rogie,
life.
hold up, Rogie, yes sir. Cause you talking some gems, man. Hold up now. I don't want that to go over your heads neither. You can't have the same expectations on yourself and put that on somebody else. Like that's he said a real important part right there. But go ahead, Brody. Continue.
Yeah, because that's why it hurts so much, right? Because you have a standard for yourself and how you go about things. I know I'm a caring person. I know I'm dependable. I know that I make sure people straight no matter what. If you with me and I fuck with you, you know you good. You never have to worry. But the thing is, with other people, they don't necessarily reciprocate the same energy. And you hurt. Like because it's like, damn, I would do this for you, but you wouldn't do it for me. But then it's like I have to understand that's just not the person that you are. And that don't make you a bad person. That just make you not that kind of person like I am. And I gotta understand that there's certain things I gotta back up off because I ain't gonna lie. I just believe in now. You just reciprocate energy. If you on that type time, well, I need to be on that type time too.
See, and I would say me personally, right? So I'm gonna first say on that to touch on that last segment you said before I forget. Um, I want to say I was on that reciprocation of energy as well. But at times, if you don't lead by example, they'll never understand. So it's just like certain things I'm gonna reciprocate, and certain things I understand that I gotta kind of lead, and it based upon the type relationship that we had, our
And people,
friendship.
bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like that's one thing I've learned just through our experiences, bro. Like people will see that you will always be there, and they don't gotta necessarily do anything, and they'll use it to their advantage because they'll manipulate you.
But this is the only thing I feel about that, right? People will manipulate you, but I ain't gonna lie, and I ain't know I'm not even like the biggest spiritual person. But God see all the good that you do, and He repay you for that. He said, "I lie to you, I will lie to you not, bro. I don't care what it is. If you're doing it with some type of negative energy or negative heart, you'll never wholeheartedly be successful doing it, or you'll never actually help that person like you really want to, because you just trying to reciprocate it. But if you doing that shit with passion, you doing that shit because you genuinely want to help that person, not only will that help them, but in the long run, God gonna see that and bless you in the long run. How I look at it. But to also to talk about like how the different relationships and different expectations, right? Like to some degree, like with a friendship, reciprocation. No, with a friendship, at times you gotta lead. You know what I'm saying? Even with in a relationship, sometimes you gotta lead, right? But I'm big on like, let's say we in a like, if I'm in a relationship with someone, I need that shit to be reciprocated. I feel like that's really like you hit on those with the reciprocation, because right
That,
there,
bro,
you
like
said what?
friendships, relationships, like intimate relationships, friendships, it's all the same thing.
All
That's
the
what I'm
same, yeah, all the same. Cause they have similarities, and that's the thing. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
my bad. Now I was only just saying that everybody needs to reciprocate it. Like I don't think it should just be primarily for you because, bro, you'll go out your way for a nigga, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. I know the kind of nigga you are. You a legit do something. You know what I'm saying. There's been a situation you helped me out, and it's not even your man. You hear me? Real life though.
Man, listen.
Ain't no like everybody ain't gonna do that, and like
Yeah,
I ain't shouldn't fuck with a nigga who not gonna reciprocate the energy like you, but you gotta acknowledge that whole like I'm going through hoops for this nigga, but the nigga won't even like take a step up the curve for me. You
and
know?
I learned, and I feel like as you grow as an adult, you learn those things because just like you said, like I did shit for people, but I understand that like now I'm at an age I understand like I'm just doing shit because I genuinely just want to see people like myself just be alright. You know what I'm saying? So don't look for repayment. But back then, like then I would be big mad. I'd be like, damn, such and such for you, and I'm just asking you one thing. You acting like you can't help a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like a big favor. It's a slight, like the slightest that you could do. It's just like But now as an adult, I feel like you grow and you understand that. And another thing you said, the relationships where there are for relationships and friendships are similar because I feel like anything is key in some form of reciprocation is key in every type of relationship, friendship, whatever the case is. Like it's key in any type of relationship because you never want to have that unsatisfaction of all my efforts are in vain. You know?
Right. Like that's what I'm saying. You have feelings like real deal. Like that shit gonna hurt because it's like you gonna do because you care. You doing whatever you can for a person, but like it's not being reciprocated. It's like damn, like what the fuck, son? Like I thought you was my dog, or I thought you was my girl. You know what I'm saying? I thought we was in this together. You know what I mean?
And it'd be
But
different. It'd be worse when it's like somebody you be with like all the time. You know what I'm saying? You just try to look out for that person, but they'll understand that. You know what I'm saying? They just be like, they taking it either the wrong way or they just not looking out when it's daytime to shine. Like, wow. Let's get to it. Look, I ain't gonna lie. He got me hit in the early side of the border, but it's alright.
yeah,
Cause look, but this the thing though. I feel like in this generation, we gotta understand every friendship need to be reciprocated, and if you have issues, it need to be discussed. And I feel like that's an issue with a lot of people. We don't discuss nothing. We always, we always like to bash the person. We always just like to argue. Let's just sit down and discuss what either why we helping somebody or why we agree with something, why we disagree with something, whatever the case is. I feel like that's where a lot of the form of growth is lacking, is because we never want to communicate. We always want to look like the bigger person. We always want to look like the person that's right. And then when you sit down and you talk, even if you're wrong, it goes a lot for the friendship or the relationship, whatever the case is, to accept you're wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, real deal. So I ain't gonna lie. I want to end it with this question for you. How do you think, you know, like basically like everything that we talked about today is, in my opinion, just comes back to the foundation of things. Like even relationship, the foundation of communication. Even with the kids, we were talking about the foundation of understanding the value of money and everything. So like, if you were a parent, like how would you do it? Or how would you do it if you were a
Like
parent?
communicate.
Yeah, like how do you think the most effective way to communicate is?
I don't know, like, and I can only speak from like what I seen and what I went through as a child. How I, wish it could communicate. Like at times I know you can't be your child's friend like all the time because then people take advantage of that. As a child, I literally can see how like you can take advantage of that. But I just feel like if you gonna reprimand me or just if I'm gonna be in trouble, after I'm in trouble, after I'm out of trouble, after everything is all calm and both sides are calm, if you could sit down and explain to me my reasoning on why you choose to do that or the reason of
Right,
why I was wrong, I feel like that's the best way to communicate. Or we just sitting there just chilling and you just want to communicate about life. You just want to talk about life, building that bond with just like, you know what? I just want to talk to you about this. Like, yeah, I know you ain't going through it right now, but I feel like right now it's the best time to talk about it where, you may face it and shit like that. I feel like this getting that where everybody's on a neutral ground, we got a good little bond and we can just and we talking where I know you're listening and it's not any type of emotion that's withholding you from listening and obtaining the information. What about you?
man. Honestly, I would just say I couldn't say no better for real. The only thing I would add on to what you said was that it's just imperative, man. Like you
Mhm.
gotta start, you gotta start the building blocks. Everything starts from the ground up. Everybody starts from the ground up in every aspect of life. The foundation is everything. You know what I'm saying? So getting situated first is like what allows your future to be a little bit smoother. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily know what's next, but you do know where you started at. You know what I'm saying? So where you started at is a good place. Like even with us, like I learned we started the foundation was back in college. Like we started
Open run, open run.
we run. Like we knew that, oh, all right, well, we like to discuss topics that people want to get, and you know what I'm saying? Let's expand upon that. And that's really just every step of life. So, you know what I'm saying? Communicating that effectively, being a listener more than a talker. Listen. The problem is with most people just don't like to listen. They say they're listening, but they're not really adhering to the things that you're saying. Like, 'cause when you listen with an open mind, you listen with not the intention to judge or to, critique. You listen with the intention of just understanding where a person is coming from. Because then once you understand where they come from,
Oh
then you can,
God.
you feel me, give your perspective. Because if you don't understand where they're coming from, or if you're not allowing them to fully, elaborate on their point, then you interfering with what they actually trying to say. And most people, like parents, want to tell you, too much at times. Like they want to be that disciplinarian, just want to talk, talk, talk at you. Nah, listen to what your child's saying. Like listen to them. For real, that'd be the problem. Like they don't listen to them early enough, and they allow it to linger on later on, and then they come into issues, or for something they could have nipped in the bud early.
Oh
I
God.
think,
But no, I ain't gonna hold you. Listen, we dropped a lot of gems on this the People's Choice right here again. You
We
know,
gave out what y'all want.
began with y'all want. Listen, we gonna do it more often, man. I think we gonna talk. We want to make sure we can get y'all opinions and y'all voices heard, and we can just say, what I'm saying, elaborate on that. So listen, we appreciate the support. Listen, more merch coming, more merch in the bio. The merch gonna be in the bio in the description on YouTube if you listening and looking on YouTube, and if you on our Instagram and our Twitter, link in the bio, man. Go cop that merch. Go support, man. Listen, it's D.
Stacks Love y'all.
Hey, love y'all, man. Vogue Souls, we out, man. Let's get to it.
It is what it is, you know what I mean? Hey, I seen the world for what it is, and I just don't know how to feel. Like, is it fake or is it real? Too much pain I can't forgive. No, too much pain I can't forgive.